Godbreakers is a new roguelike game by developer To The Sky, where you are a being created by 3 sentient AI who will use your skills and the distant remains of your humanity? Kinda? To fight a machine god called the Monad, who has several powerful gods under its rule. Play alone or get an online group of 4 together to break the gods. You have a wide variety of primary and secondary attacks with combos. You get ground, charge attacks, and aerial attacks. My favorite is a quick jumping primary into secondary attack that is great for a hit it and quit it. There are several archetypes with different attributes to pick from. My 2 favorite are the fast twin knife wielding one that can backstab, and the one with the big slamming pole and shielding ability. I haven't gotten to try out the one with the fists because while the others were unlocked with a simple task, this final one requires a 7-part quest to unlock, and one of the steps is extremely RNG dependent. Why? This sucks, because after getting ganked by a group of enemies, sometimes I really want to punch something. The build crafting involves earning fragments, 1 per each part of your armor, that give you abilities, like dashing increases damage for a limited time, and essence, which are more common stackable effects that give you stats like increased healing, or attacking has a chance to set enemies on fire or cause chain lightning. You will get an extra piece of equipment at the start of your run, which grants you an ability with a cooldown you can use, separate from your class-specific ability. The main combat gimmick is stealing special attacks from enemies. Weaken them, and if your source light gauge is at 100%, which you fill from hitting enemies, you can take their attack. These are fun to use and relatively high damage, but they are one-time use, and you will have to refill your gauge again to get a new one by hitting enemies. Things I like about Godbreakers are the feel of the combat, which is very fluid and satisfying due to your ability to cancel out of anything and everything, and the build crafting is rewarding with some good abilities. The damage over time effects are useful when you can stack enough of them, and after you get a few upgrades to improve the speed of cooldowns and get better at playing the game, it can be pretty fun. The design is clean and each biome reflects the personality of the boss, who has crafted it. Boss designs are cool and the story has plenty of lore if you're into that kind of thing. Overall, the game has various high points in combat and story. Now, I would enjoy nothing more than to give this game a hearty recommendation, but unfortunately, it has some major flaws, and if you're a solo player, you might even want to avoid it. It all depends on your tolerance for the complaints section. I had to rebind the controls because they put your main attacks on the bumpers. This is a no-no, so I changed it so I could use the face buttons. Otherwise, rip my index finger. There is no hit stun. Enemies do not stun when attacked. This makes the game unfair and overwhelming for solo play. You can stun an enemy with the attack you steal from it, but that stun lasts less than a second. I have literally attacked an enemy and it said stun. I go to attack them and they immediately hit me. The gameplay loop seems to be wait for the enemy to attack and try to get a hit in during the small window, dodge again, repeat. This is a game that is basically run around, stick and move, and try not to get ganked, which can happen in less than 10 seconds. When solo, you really have to keep track of everything going on and be very aggressive, which can be really hard because most of the bosses and enemies have moves that are specifically designed to keep you away from them. There is a poison level and the boss is insufferable. I mean, look at all this crazy stuff everywhere. And if you get poisoned, you have to run to this little obelisk and hit it and wait a second while it charges up and heals you while you're taking damage the whole time. I did eventually get better at the game and found many ways to counter these design choices, but it can be rough. It's obviously tailored for multiplayer. This is the main selling point of the game. It's got to be pretty fun with 4 people, but as I got an early review copy for some reason, this was not possible because I don't have a lot of friends on Steam who also have early review copies. The bosses and the 3 cloaked characters have a lot of personality, but you are a nameless, faceless husk and do not. Overall, it's disappointing that I disagree with the core design philosophy of the game. because there's some great things about Godbreakers. It has some cool biomes, fun combat abilities, good boss design, including one of the most fun double fights I've played in a while. There are a bunch of quests and post-game modifiers to keep the game going, but with the decisions the developers have made and how difficult it is to play solo, it's frustrating and hard to recommend to anyone who doesn't have someone else to play with. I give Godbreakers 3.5 large AoE circles to keep you from comboing the boss out of 5.
All I ever wanted to create was a flower that lasts forever.
I'm Dan T of Twisted Banana Productions. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk at you in the next video.